What's good? It's your boy Forrest Money. This is gonna be a video about China, and I got my pawpaw there.
Hi, I'm Forrest Pawpaw.
Yeah. Introduce yourself, Dad.
Hey, I'm Forrest Pawpaw. He calls me Dad, but my name is Drew Money, and he's Forrest Money because he's my boy. My middle name is Forrest. That's where his name comes from.
You're talking too long, Dad.
Sorry. My occupation is I am a filmmaker, video maker. I make commercials and short films and web videos and things like that. And my favorite color is blue. And what else?
Do you have any hobbies?
I like spending family time. Although a lot of times our family time turns out like
Okay,
like
so
Clark Griswold from Vacation.
So this video is gonna be about
stuff. I like car things too. We went to a car show today. Sorry.
This video is gonna be about when we took our trip to China. And I told a story.
It was 2019. It was before COVID.
I told a story about that earlier when that lady thought I was a girl and I couldn't pee. So, yeah. So the first thing I noticed when I got there, it immediately just smelled like chemicals everywhere. Like, it just smelled like chemicals. Yeah. That was not fun. Can you describe the food experience there?
Yes, the food was actually very good. So Forrest was right. It did. The first day we got there, we went to this outdoor mall.
I just explained.
I know. I'm getting into the food though.
Okay.
I was going to say we ate at this mall, which the first place we went was McDonald's, and I know that sounds weird.
We're talking about that later, Dad.
Okay. So I guess I'm just talking about food in general.
Talk about the authentic Chinese
okay.
places.
Yeah. Okay. The authentic Chinese places we went. It was really good food. The food was very fresh and it was super plentiful. And everywhere you go, they have big round tables with like the Lazy Susan in the middle that they put all the food on. So you just like spin it to get what you want, and everything is sort of like family style. So you just like get food out on your plate from the big dishes. And it was really good.
That's all you need to say.
Okay.
And next, after we got back from looking at a place, we went to this restaurant, and there was these dudes out in the front, and they had like a big wooden club, and they were just scooping up these big old fish and like slamming them on the pavement and just beating them in front of like all the kids and stuff, so they could pick which one they wanted. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, when we got to the restaurant, we saw this big pond with these big fish in it, and we were like, oh, that's really pretty. This must be like a decoration for the restaurant. And about that time, I saw someone like reach in with a net and scoop the fish out, and I knew what was coming next because we saw the guy come up with a big club. So I was like, Forrest, hey, look over there, and like look at those pretty mountains over there. And then yeah, he was boom, he clubbed the fish. It was they did it like right by the front door. It was weird.
I mean, it was pretty good food though. So we initially we flew to Wuhan, which was cool, but after that we took a train to Beijing, and I liked the train ride. What did you think about it?
Yeah, so we stayed in Wuhan for most of the time, and this was before COVID.
Just explain. I apologize for that. My dad was taking too long to explain what was going on. But yeah, so how did you feel about the train ride again?
So the train ride, we went from Wuhan to Beijing. We stayed in Wuhan most of the time.
I just explained
we went
that.
to Beijing for just a couple of days, and the train ride we took was a sleeper car because it was like a 12-hour train ride. But it was pretty awesome. I wouldn't say that China is like known for its cleanliness, so definitely it was a little like, it wasn't the cleanest train, but it wasn't super dirty either. But we all had beds, and except for one of us, my mother-in-law, ended up getting stuck in a different train car, but she switched with my father-in-law so that she could stay with us, and so he ended up. Actually, no, he went to go to the other train car, but it was full of ladies, and they didn't feel comfortable with him. So then my mother-in-law had to go, and then she tried it, but I guess they were really loud and farting in their sleep and stuff, like the people in the other car. So she came. Sorry, I'm supposed to keep it short. She came back to our car because the other ladies in that car, the Chinese ladies, were super loud and like making noises and you know, passing gas and all that stuff. So she came back and slept and wedged into the bed with my father-in-law, and they slept in one bed, and then we each all had a bed. But it was pretty cool. It was an experience. I slept pretty well because I was super tired.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Now we'll talk about fast food, Dad.
Okay, so fast food. The first place I wanted to go was McDonald's because I think, well, we did go to KFC in the airport because it was like the only place open when we got there. And the KFC was really weird because it was Australian chicken, and it was.
That's what they claimed. It might have just been like some dude like taking a turd in the back.
I think Chinese chicken is not a desired thing there, so they say that all their chicken is Australian, and we did eat more than fast food. That was the only place in the airport that was open, so it was kind of weird and rubbery.
It was very slimy.
They give you gloves in all the KFCs because I guess even though it's not a very clean, like people spit everywhere and it's kind of dirty and it smells very chemically, but I guess they don't like their hands getting dirty, so they give you like plastic gloves to eat your chicken with. But we got settled in where we were staying with my parents-in-law, and then we went to this mall, and I wanted to go to McDonald's because my opinion is that there's a McDonald's like in every culture pretty much, and you can go to a McDonald's and see how different that culture is because we all know what the McDonald's experience is like, and how different it is based on everywhere you go gives you a really good indication of like what those cultural differences are. It was pretty good though for McDonald's.
What about there's a lot of people there that love to like spit and burp everywhere. There was just a lot of spitting everywhere. Everywhere you went, people always smoked and spit and just burped.
We went and had this really awesome meal that my father-in-law's coworker invited us to, and it was at this really nice restaurant, huge amounts of food, and like they smack a lot when they eat and they burp. They're just like, "Rah." And I guess that's like a sign of respect. It shows that you're really enjoying the food. But it was very odd for us. The food was really good, but it was very strange. A lot of bodily noises during mealtime in China.
And the last place, probably one of the best parts of the trip. The Pearl Market. That was pretty fun.
Oh, yes. Tell them about the Pearl Market.
So, my dad is a pretty good negotiator, and, you know, everyone there is, they love to sell you stuff. So, we'll just walk through there, and you'll have, like, every person you walk by will yell at you to try to sell you something. But my dad came across some of these watches, so he asked if he could see any of the Rolexes, like the Rolexes, and they were obviously fake, but he managed to get 2 of them for not a bad deal. I mean they looked fairly real.
I think they look incredibly real. I mean, if you really look closely at some details, there's like not. Like on the band, some of the details are not quite as like precisely placed, like some of the little embellishments. But like the watch and the dial itself looks dead on a Rolex. But yeah, they wanted to sell it to me. I think at the price it was in what's the money in China? I remember what the currency's called.
Yen, I believe.
Is it yen? Chinese yen. I don't remember what it was, but. It equated to, I think, like maybe $80, and I ended up talking them down to about 30, and then the second one I was in a hurry and I had to go because our car was leaving, and I got it for like 40. But they had like all kinds of fake Lego there. There's like everything faked. but it's pretty cheap. It's
Yeah,
cool.
it was pretty fun, but all that aside, we couldn't have done it without our boy Mr. Who. Mr. Who was always there for us.
Mr. Who was
He was
cool.
he was our driver. He was so nice, so awesome. So yeah, if you're watching this, Mr. Who, you're
Shout out to Mr.
pretty-
Who. We love you.
pretty awesome. And yeah, that's about it. See ya.